welcome back to another episode of Access Code Podcast. I realize, y'all, I gotta start doing intros like that. I haven't did an intro like that since I've been doing solo episodes, and then after a while, I just totally forgot to do that. So yeah, let me get back into it instead of saying, "All right, y'all, back again with another episode." I turned 34, y'all, so. My memory.
Yeah, y'all, today is Cody's birthday.
Yes, even though the episode ain't gonna come out, it's gonna be Halloween, and y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was thinking about wearing costumes, but I ain't about to wear a costume. I'm only gonna wear it for like 20, 30 minutes. Like, that's a waste of money, and I ain't taking it back either. So, but this week, y'all, I have my beautiful wife Karisma with me.
Hey, y'all.
Back again on Access Code. We just recorded a really great episode of Random Combos. You guys should definitely check it out. It's on the same channel, so maybe the video
Question,
right below.
have I been back? Is this my first time being back this year?
No, your second time.
Okay.
You was on the first episode with me.
I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it was only a YouTube exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm back, y'all. Hey.
Yeah, she is back on another episode and everything like that. Yeah, I kind of, I didn't want to neglect the people that I love. I mean, I love everybody, but
Your listeners.
Yeah, my listeners and everything. So I wanted to bring my favorite guest, if I'm being honest.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean, I gotta wake up to her every day.
That's true.
So yeah, we gonna get back into the fold of things right before the last day of October, and then we moving on to some more stuff and everything like that. And also, you guys, new artwork to the podcast. Yes, I had a photo shoot for the first time that I paid for me, probably ever.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, everything else that was photos were just, either I was included in something or just whatever. So yeah. And for my birthday, I got this nice little chain. So I went from no chains to one chain to two chains like Titty Boy. So thank you to my beautiful wife for that and everything like that.
You're welcome.
So first order of business. Let me just get this out the way, y'all. The podcast has been growing. I do appreciate all the love from my guests, people that's watched this, streamed it, shared it on their stories and everything like that, recommended to people, friends, family, and everything like that. So I appreciate you guys to the fullest. But I want to address something before we really get started, and I really want you guys to truly understand how serious I am. Now, if it was 2 weeks ago, if I would have did this, I would have had a little bit more anger, but I went ahead and had to reflect, had to calm myself down a little bit because I started to get angry about certain things. So let me just make this very clear. Basically, later on this week, Benny the Butcher has an album coming out. I'll even get to Benny a little later on about something. But the album is called Everybody Can't Go.
Okay.
This is also a premise of this podcast. Just because you send me something doesn't guarantee anything. I want to be very professional about everything, and I want that same love back. So when I say that, I want you guys to understand this. When I first started this show, I remember the first time I got a guest request in my email. Mm-hmm. It was very beautifully written, and that email alone made me want to bring that person onto my show, and I wound up doing it. Her name was Kendra. She was a comedian from Georgia. Super great episode. Early days of my podcast. Cool. I remember the first time I got a manager email. Beautifully written. Made me want to bring the guest on. And then even talking with managers and things of that nature in my DMs and stuff like that. I don't even mind the DMs. I know we had talked about that. I don't mind them because as long as it's in a way where I can feel that we can do this. Like, like let's communicate. And you guys gotta understand.
And the reason y'all, Cody said, me in the DMs is because Cody has on his Access Code podcast how you can reach out to him. And it has an email, correct?
Yeah.
But people would still just ignore that and send a DM. And it's like, if he's telling you on his platform, on his brand, how to reach out to me, the least you can do is extend the courtesy and be respectful of what I ask.
Yeah.
Send me an email.
Yeah. But I will say for certain situations, I'm okay. it does make sense for the DM sometimes, I will say. Because
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you, I probably went a month without checking my email, and then when I went in there, it wasn't even in there, stuff like that. But there's exceptions to these rules. It's not necessarily, I'm trying to put rules, especially even after the episode we just did, talk about that restaurant. I need to clarify everything. So, when I mentioned just a minute ago about how all these professional emails or these DMs I get, and it's really like, hey, make like say like a sales pitch in a way. A lot of these that are very written to the point where it makes me want to do that, makes me want to do business with them because it's business.
It's professional.
It's professionalism, and I want y'all to understand that. So if you're sending me, hey, bro, you should let me on your podcast, that is not a quick thing to do. Here's another thing I want y'all to truly understand. I have the Access Code page on Instagram. I have my personal page, and I help run the Random Convos social media page too. So I need y'all to realize, don't send me the same message in the direct message to all three of those pages.
Oh, they're sending them to all three?
Yes, some of them
That's
are.
very unprofessional.
And,
don't do that.
And commenting on the same message and sending me an email with the same message, because that's not going to get you on this show. I need y'all to truly understand comfortability first. If I'm comfortable enough to even want to be in the same room with you, we can make this happen. I have people that I haven't even reached out to that I would love to have on this podcast, that that the energy is reciprocated. Like we good. Like I can, if I could chat with you for about 20, 30 minutes, we can make this happen. Everybody, but a lot of times if you just sending me, like I said, hey bro, let me on your podcast, that's not going to get you on this show.
And then also too, I feel like respect me enough to that's not how you should approach me.
Right. Because
right?
I
granted,
don't know everybody.
Right. I mean, and plus two, boo, like, oh, sorry, boo, but
Cody.
plus two, babe, like, if they were reaching out to any other, let's say, media platform, you're not going to say, hey, bro, let me be on your podcast.
Yeah.
You're going to type up a professional email.
Right.
And say, this is my artist. This is what I want to promote. Because it's like, you're asking to be on my podcast. What you want to talk about?
Yeah. And here's the thing. Even with the managers, not every manager is sending me a, hey, bro, you should let this person on.
And then also, too, I need to be interested in you in the first place.
That's the thing. Look, a lot of
y'all niggas is boring.
Hey, she said it.
I mean, let's be clear.
Call a spade a spade.
Let's be clear too. And Cody's not gonna say it, but I'll say it. But I know, like, a lot of times too, y'all will want to reach out and want to be on this podcast or whatever, but you can't talk.
Yes.
You can't hold a conversation.
Yes, personality
means a lot.
Yeah, and I know I'm not the best podcaster, but I'm gonna do what it takes to make sure that these interviews that I do, I want to make sure that the spotlight is on you. You just gotta give that energy back. Mm-hmm. You just gotta be able to conversate, because sometimes I'm gonna have questions, but then sometimes I want to splice in questions of what you just said.
Yeah.
And I want to go off that. And so
you need to be able to have a conversation.
Yes. And the thing about it is, I like to reach out more. Like, if I feel like I can do an episode, because if I reach out to you, your episode's already ready. We just need you to be here.
Yeah.
But on top of that, a lot of y'all don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I don't want people to just want to be on this podcast just for the sake of being on the podcast. First of all, with me, if I don't know you like that and you send me something, I'm going to check your stuff out. My response is the reason how you can get on this show. Basically, I'm feeling your stuff, because a lot of times I have DMs I haven't even opened. And forgive me, it really came from like all these bots that was sending me these messages, basically for no reason. And so I had to kind of like cut a lot of that shit out, basically. But really, y'all, I want y'all to truly understand this. You have to, do your research on podcasts. If you see that I have a podcast, don't just think you could just get on the show just for the sake of getting on it. Because if I get an email one more time about, hey, I graduated from college, you should let me on your show, you're getting blocked. I am sick and tired of all that. Okay? Here's the thing, like, I like reaching out. Now, if someone reach out to me, please be professional. Please don't, and then on top of that, like, don't send a friend request just hoping that, oh, this is good. Y'all don't have to do too much. Don't overdo it. But for everybody that I have talked to that I will be interviewing in the future, we ready to make it happen. I just got to get these birthday things out the way first, you know, and everything. I'm next year, y'all, year 3, I am really focused on that. So, but y'all, I just have to get that out the way because a lot of y'all don't understand this, and basically stop playing with me. That's where we gonna leave it at that. But,
what are you saying? Y'all got me fucked up.
Yeah, y'all do. Y'all do.
He won't say it, but I'll say it.
Yeah, because y'all do. Because the thing about it is that just because your friend got on the show, that's not an automatic, hey, you know, whatever. One, I gotta be feeling you in a way like, damn, I fuck with this person's music. Oh, and majority of the people that get on this show are music artists. So if I don't have a music artist on, I want y'all to understand I have a pretty good relationship with that person.
Or you just find them interesting.
Oh yeah,
like me.
Yes,
I don't do music, but
she's on the pod. Tiffany's been on the show. She's taught rodeo. I'm into rodeos, and I've been knowing her for a long time, and I wanted to bring it on the show and stuff. I have a few other family members and everything. So don't just look, oh, because one person did it, you automatically no. We got to work this out. So just want to throw that out there. Outside of all that, I have mentioned about Benny earlier because, like I said, he has an album that's coming out this week, later on this week. Well, hold on. I'm hoping it's an album because I would hate for this nigga to come out with taking all his social media posts off.
For a single?
Just for a single. And then we gotta wait longer.
He wouldn't be the first artist to do that.
He wouldn't be, but
I feel like artists only do that when they haven't produced music in a long time. Yeah. So this is like their comeback.
Yeah. But this would be, I want to say this is the Everybody Can Go album, and this would be his first Def Jam album and stuff like that. I am surprised that we haven't even at least had a single. So I'm hoping that we're not people doing the whole pre-save for a single.
I hope it's good.
I hope it is good too. So he came out a few weeks ago because I haven't recorded this, but I still wanted to talk about it. He came out with a video talking about how all the fans just stop being too. Just enjoy the music.
Okay.
Just don't be as critical. Like.
So is he telling people this as a forewarning for upcoming music, or is he just saying this in general? Or you think he's saying or is this for music coming up? Like, hey, just take it for what it is.
Well, I'll say like this. I think it's the people who be really reviewing albums. I review albums, but the albums I review is something that I like, and I'm going to tell you I like it. Because I really don't feel comfortable. I mean, hey, I'm just being honest. I don't really feel comfortable reviewing an album I did not fucking listen to or liked or stuff like that. And so I understand both sides of the coin. Meaning, mainly this came after when Drake released his album. Me, myself, and my bad. I didn't know where I was going with that. Right. Great song. 30 years ago. Yeah. For me, I think it is the fact that Drake is capable of making good music. And when he first started, that buzz and what we got to listen to, but I have to understand that his fan base isn't going to be always the same exact fan base. He wants to grow in other markets and other places, especially with these kids and what music is going to. So I completely understand that. Now, did I like the album personally? Not as much. I mean, you put it against Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. If you're reading this right now, it's too late. Even the first one, Future and all that, it's not comparing.
I feel like people only playing off of Drake's album. The catchy songs, I've heard people playing the Slime You Out.
And
I've
then
heard
the one with Sexy Red.
Yeah, the Sexy Red and SZA.
Yeah.
The one with J. Cole. The one that's number one.
Yeah.
And then I think I've also
the Yeet song.
I ain't heard that one.
I don't.
I see people talking about that Virginia Beach song too.
Oh, the first one, yeah.
Is that the first song of the album?
Yeah, the first track, yeah.
I ain't really went back to it. So.
Yeah. And I know he's capable of doing that, but I want y'all to understand if I don't necessarily if I don't like it, on the show we review albums. We don't review. We just basically just talk about the new music that
we have our opinion on it.
Yeah, we have our opinion on it. But I don't have an issue necessarily what he's saying. Because I do think sometimes people that's their whole personality. They maybe other podcasters, maybe other.
But
bloggers.
also too, music is subjective.
It is.
So what's your interpretation of it might be completely different.
Yeah, I think we start to say something is trash when we don't like the person.
I think we say something is trash when it's not what we expected.
Exactly.
Our expectations are met.
Yes.
Then that's when we just automatically say, "Oh, it's not a good album."
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. But I will say like this: not everything needs to be critiqued. I will kind of go off what he's saying. We really do need to enjoy it for what it is. Because here's the thing, y'all: if you don't like it, you don't have to tell everyone. If you and I'll even give an exception. Say if you didn't like it and you told everyone on either Twitter or Facebook or whatever app you choose to use, and you just left it at that one time. Hey, wasn't feeling it, and just moved on. Not an issue. But it's the people who continue to let everyone know
that they don't like it.
That they don't like it, and it's like, dang, can you not make this your personality? You told us you didn't like it. You ain't got to continue to do that.
It's like beating a dead horse.
Yeah, or even with the female rappers. If you don't like female rap, you ain't gotta listen to it. No one is forcing you to listen to it. I really want to know if people be sitting there listening to something and just be mad the whole time, like the whole 2 minutes and 43 seconds, just sitting there like,
That's crazy. You say 2 minutes and 43 seconds because that's about the average time of a song now.
Yeah, I almost said 3.
It too much. Right. It used to be.
It ain't no 3 verses no more.
I'm not gonna lie. I miss it when songs were at least 3 minutes long.
Yeah,
I like it when it was like 2-3 verses.
Yeah, you know what I miss? I miss when they also put the instruments, like they really have, like everybody get their little part in, or something, or something about that song that's so memorable that we keep going back on or whatever. Remember back in the old days where like a single used to be 7 minutes long, but you never realized it was 7 minutes long?
That's like the old songs that our parents listened to.
Yeah, but they be so classic.
Like Anniversary. I think that song's like 7 minutes long.
Oh, see? But I didn't even realize it was that long. Just keep it in the butt. Actually, I know that we typically do new music on Random Convos. I do want to highlight some music.
Okay.
On my podcast, especially because a few of them have been guests, and one of them, hopefully, fingers crossed that I can get him on my show. So let's talk about what music that came out this week. Okay. I'm going to start off with this one because he was my last guest, last episode I came out with. Velvet Shaga. Velvet Shaga came out with Bigger Than Music. I'm sorry, I had to make sure I don't get everybody's albums mixed up because I got more than one person here. But Velvet Shaga came out with Bigger Than Music. Project was dope. I'm happy that we got to talk about it before the album released. It released on October 27th. I do like it. He only has one feature on there and everything. I think he did the production on it as well. So big shouts out to Shaga for coming out with that. I think I'm still trying to figure out what my favorite song is, but I'm gonna go with Blue Porch right now. It was a good way of ending the album and stuff like that. So big shouts out to him. Also want to highlight DZ. DZ Due Time is the name of the album and everything. I thought that album sounded good. It was like 9 songs. He had features from KO, from JB, and Nia Monet. It sounded real good. A few of these songs from both projects I already mentioned are on the Access Code playlist that I have and everything, y'all. And also, Nia Monet, she dropped a single.
Cody has introduced me, y'all, to so many local Oklahoma artists. Nia Monet, Courtney Lachelle, love her. Love her down, love her music.
I love
KO, Rachel Black, a lot of the female girlies is what I tend to gravitate to, not really towards the guys. No offense to y'all.
We still got to work on that. We still got to work on that.
But their music, y'all, is just so good. It's so many talented women out there. And I really just hope, I want them all to win. Yes,
I do. I want everybody to win, especially the people that has been on my show, like Nia has, Velvet Shaga has, and everything. You guys definitely check out their music. Just let's stream it up for real. Because now Billboard is now doing streams for charting on streams.
What did they used to do?
Well, they never had here's the thing. I think that when they bought music, it was the pure sales. I think they would be like, oh, these many downloads.
So, but what's, like, as far as, like, the charts, what was the typical metric what they used to determine it? Was it just sales or was it like radio play? Like,
No, you got to, it sells. Because, I mean, radio, because if that's the case, then everybody going platinum, because you could just go to a radio station and have these
I mean,
songs.
it's not true because you got to get people to want to play your songs.
Okay, that too. But the thing about it is, you play it on a radio station to the point where you go to the stores and go buy. Back in the day, you would go to buy the album, and then if whatever's being sold is going into their systems and or whatever. So you have to actually buy the music, because I could just say I'm listening to it and never touched it.
I really did not know that for Billboard. Like when something charts at number one, I didn't know that was sales. I honestly thought it was like radio play.
Well, I mean, because you could have it. Here's the thing: say if you had a popular ass song, but no one bought it. That, I mean, just because it was played on the radio, don't mean, it's just the music that's in right now. It's basically the consumer. We're the ones that's buying the music and
I guess I
and
didn't
all
know
that. Yeah, because if that's the case, then the Grammys will be different. Because I would hate for somebody to go platinum, but they never really get the recognition for it. And everything.
I know you mentioned streams. I know we didn't talk about it on our show.
Yeah,
we can talk about it over here about
Spotify.
About Spotify. So I know Cody typically leads the podcast, guys, but
and she's a podcaster, so yeah, she works. Go ahead.
But so one of the things that I don't know if you guys know, Cody's listeners. So Spotify announced some changes to their platform starting next year.
Yeah.
So Spotify, let's say Spotify. What did I say?
You said Spotify.
Okay, sorry.
Streaming on Apple Music and Spotify.
Yeah. Spotify plans to change their royalty structure with minimum streams per song for a payout. And to me, that is really messed up for a small artist.
That's trying to make it.
Yeah, like you're already trying to make it. And so for you guys now to announce that starting next year, we have to essentially meet a number to be able to get a payout is crazy. Because there's a lot of artists that's not going to meet. And mind you, they haven't released as far as what the requirements are going to be, like how many streams you need to have to be able.
What's the actual number?
Yeah, to be able to get a payout. But that's really messed up for local artists and smaller artists who are just trying to get their music out there and get people to listen. So basically, granted, there's two sides too, because another person might say, well, if you love what you do, the money doesn't matter. But granted, I know that's true, but you still want to get paid for your shit.
Yeah, because you don't want to be just work, because it's going to feel like you've been doing all this for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you love the art, right? Obviously, that's why you're artists. Some people. Hopefully, you do it because you actually have a love for music, not just trying to make money.
Yes.
But if you do have a love for music, it might not be a big deal to you. It might just be like, oh, as long as I'm putting my music out to the world, that's all that matters. But for the majority of people, granted, they want the world to know their art, to hear it, but they also want to get paid for it.
Exactly.
And I think it was also, too, already, I think Spotify was already the platform that paid the least.
Yeah, which is so crazy.
I think that was already the thing anyway.
Because I think a lot of people use it, like, it mainly to me.
And which is interesting, like, I feel like Spotify is, I thought it was maybe one of the easiest ones for artists to get their music on.
Yeah, it probably is the easiest one to put their music on, but it's not necessarily the easiest for the payouts and stuff. I think Tidal is still up there when it comes down to streams and the payouts for artists.
Doesn't Tidal pay the most?
I think so, yeah. And then and Spotify is mainly the people who don't have iPhones, hence why a lot of people don't have Apple Music. Also,
too, I didn't know this was a thing on Spotify.
What's up?
You know how, like, on YouTube, how you can look up, like, let's say, like, raindrops? It's thunderstorms. So I guess you can do the same thing like that on Spotify. Sounds.
Oh, okay.
And I guess those people were getting paid for that.
People were?
That? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those sounds. But Spotify is changing it to where for those type of songs or whatever, you have to have more streams. Like you have to for you to get paid.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's fucking nuts. It really
They're
is.
called they say non-music noise tracks. Specifically mentioned are the white noise and nature sounds.
What about black noise?
They said they
Sorry, it was right
It
there.
said they're going to require longer play times to generate royalties. So people need to listen to more.
So I guess for certain artists, this is what you need to do. Just tell
Don't
everyone,
upload to Spotify.
Huh?
Don't upload to Spotify.
With that too, or if you do, just have them just loop it. So 10 listens per one 20 for 2 and so on and so forth. I don't know. Like, just keep it on loop and stuff like that. Crazy.
I do honestly I do wonder. I don't know if you've ever asked someone, since I know you've, you interview a lot of artists.
Yeah.
Have you ever asked or ever I do wonder, how do artists get paid, for instance, like with an Apple Music?
Oh, I've never asked that question before. I guess because I don't know if I want to, because I guess the reason why I maybe never asked that question is because I don't want to make it uncomfortable, because what if
well, I mean, maybe not like on air, but maybe like off air. But I am curious how, not like a big artist, but if you're a small artist, right? Mm-hmm. Do you actually make money when you upload to Apple Music?
That's a good question.
Like obviously we know, like, streams cost what, 3 cents or 0. Point. That's not a thing. It's a point.
Zero, I see what you said.
Yeah,
I was
0, maybe 0.3 or something. I don't know.
Right.
But I really am curious, like, how much money you can actually earn.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because sometimes what you be hearing, like, you hear stuff on, for instance, Spotify. An artist will have 1 million or 1 billion streams, and their payout is only like $1,200.
Yeah. You know what? I might post this as a clip. And artists out there, when this gets posted and you do watch it, or if you choose to, whatever, put in the comments if you want to, or if you don't want to put it out like that.
You don't have to say like how much you made.
Yeah, but like a good ballpark number.
Yeah, like what?
Because that is a good question. Because I'm not sure, like, because certain people may not get to a certain status today.
Yeah.
Not to say they won't never in the future, but I'm curious: is that the money that is going, or you just there was a show money or whatever, or
is it you really only make money when people literally buy your music?
Yeah, that could be it.
From the App Store. Was it the App Store?
Yeah, the App Store. Yeah,
from the App Store,
which might need to also, because sometimes
the iTunes Store.
Yeah, I know. I would say this. Like for us, like because we deal with Podbean and stuff, we won't know the actual listens. You can tell me you're listening, and I may not ever know. I have to probably go to that app specifically, that you're using. However, the downloads I do see.
Yeah.
I won't see the exact person, but I'll see how many downloads. And it sucks because downloads add space to your phone. And I got to the point where I didn't realize I was just downloading all these podcasts from other podcasts. Yeah. And my phone's getting all backed up. And I'm like, dang, I'm thinking that's how you're supposed to do it. So I wish they had a way to knowing those numbers and stuff. We can get into sports.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going off something that you said this week, and we can talk about it because we didn't write it down for our show. So I'll go ahead and steal it. Okay. Karisma made a good point, y'all. So as we're watching football, we look at the Chiefs today. Mainly, what they're talking about when Taylor Swift goes to all the football games to support her man and everything like that. And we talked about how Tom Brady retired; he's gone, but for the longest, the Patriots were the team to just basically every year that everybody just did not want to see in the Super Bowl.
Right.
I became a hater because I was just tired of seeing them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they made it every year.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary. And I think I also felt that way about Tom Brady because I'm like, damn.
I mean, I don't think that necessarily makes you a hater. I think that it kind of shows you just like, damn, can't no team beat them?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think I was just tired of seeing the same matchup because, like, I'll even give you an example, like, transfer over to sports to basketball for a second. We had 4 years in a row, I want to say, we had the Warriors versus the Cavaliers in the finals.
The Warriors was always going to the finals. Yeah, at that point, it's like, fam, you don't even want to watch it because who they going against?
I'm like, well, we just need to know who's going to win. Because the thing about me to watch it, I want to see something fresh. I want to see something new. The only people in this world that are okay with that is if it's their favorite team. So, it's like, for an example, if the Miami Hurricanes was just as good as they were back in the early 2000s.
You wouldn't say nothing.
I'm saying that like, yeah. So imagine how an Alabama fan must feel almost every year.
Oh, not this year.
Well, hold on. They only lost one game still. They still have a chance. It's not over.
But let's be honest. Alabama is not the same team they used to be over the years.
That's true. Yeah,
they've definitely fallen off.
They still got to figure out.
They're not, like, Alabama is not the team to really look out for now. It's Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia became.
They're the new number one dog.
New number one.
Yeah.
Everybody else, like, they all in the NFL, like Clemson, and stuff like that. What's so crazy? it's getting to the point where I haven't seen Oklahoma win a championship since 2000, and everybody else ain't seen them win since 2000.
Well, we might. I mean, this is our last year of the Big 12.
The last year of the Big 12. But I'm saying, here's the thing. I'm just throwing this out, and y'all, this is crazy because I'm saying this on my birthday. Mm-hmm. And if you know me, I do not love. I don't fuck with the Sooners. Everybody knows y'all. That. But I've gotten to the point where even last year I had sympathy for them. Like, damn, y'all losing. Like, no, you're supposed to be good. I'm supposed, because I don't want to hate you for losing now.
Y'all, I'm supposed to hate you for winning. But Cody did say, he said when they leave, he won't no longer be a hater.
I can't, because I'm not following you to another conference to hate you. Like, y'all tolerable. Y'all like cheese. I don't really like y'all.
What?
But I tolerate it. On certain occasions.
Not you comparing them to cheese.
Yeah, because they stink.
Okay.
The American ones, not mozzarella. Anyway, weird, I know. But listen. But I'm gonna just throw this out there, and I'm saying this on camera. Oh my God. If OU won the national championship this year, I ain't even tripping. Because you earned that shit. If OU wins a national championship in this time,
or even going forth, I wouldn't even feel mad just because, I've said this before. Mm-hmm. When it comes to OU and the Big 12, no offense to everyone on the Big 12, even OSU, I went to OSU, Go Pokes. Even comparing, to OSU, OU was the best team of the Big 12.
They were.
I mean, no hate to Texas or whatever, just calling a spade what it is.
The majority is.
Right. So I feel like they haven't really had much competition within the Big 12.
Yeah.
So them going to the SEC, we'll really get to see what they're capable of.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing. It's
and
crazy.
If they win with that, then they can talk.
They haven't won OU has not won the Big 12 since the pandemic. So
okay, it's only been 2-3 years.
But but here's the thing. If OU doesn't win it that year, it's only a year. Okay, we didn't win it this year, they'll win it next year. Mm-hmm. So, but since it's been 3 consecutive years, it's just weird. Like,
it's weird that they haven't won.
Yeah, it's weird that they haven't won the whole thing. So it's just a little weird to me. But I will say this: if they do win it, I'm not gonna trip because guess what? You did earn it. Like you went through everybody, you earned it. So I don't want to be a hater. But here's the thing: going back to what we were talking about earlier, because I don't want to drift, and that's how we do in our show. So it's like an access code random combos episode anyway. The Chiefs though have been the new Patriots.
Yeah, I told Cody that. I was
like they're the new Patriots.
Patrick Mahomes is the new Tom Brady.
Yeah, he really is. Like, because here's the thing: when Tom leaves, the hate doesn't go away. Mm-hmm. It's just somebody is just taking over the throne.
I feel like Patrick Mahomes, like I said, is a new Tom Brady, and I feel like now when it comes to other sports podcasters, sports commentators, when they are referring to quarterbacks and things like that, I feel like they might be comparing them to Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Everything is not even just Patrick Mahomes. Everything is comparison to the Chiefs. Yeah. The Chiefs is like the Patriots. They're the new one. I mean, when Tom Brady left, the Patriots fell off. That was a clear indication.
Yeah, they only won like 1 or 2 games this year so far.
And that was a clear indication. He made that team. Mm-hmm. He was the leader of the team. He was the driving force. Right. When he left, they obviously crumbled. Bill Belichick ain't the same. You know what I mean? I mean, he went to the Buccaneers. Yeah. Won the Super Bowl. Yeah. Tried to do it again. Retired. Yeah. Tried to do it again. Didn't get past nothing. It's the fact
that it wasn't necessarily the system, because not everybody could just go to another team and win it your first year on that team. That is tough.
But I think that also then kind of showed people Tom Brady's not someone to fuck with.
Exactly. And on top of that, since we're really talking about the Chiefs, they went to the Super Bowl that year.
And it's like also too like how people talk about Tom Brady and his accolades and what he's accomplished and calling him the greatest quarterback of all time, the GOAT. Them stats back it up. Yeah. He backs up what he backs up his shit. Yeah. And him going to the Buccaneers prove that. Like
he shows that he's a leader. Yeah. That's the thing about that's the difference between Tom Brady and the rest of the competition. Basically, you have to lead this team to wins. Yeah. If you're not a good leader, you can be a great football player all you want, but you're just winning a good couple of games. You need to basically control this whole thing.
And he showed that when he went to the Buccaneers. Because he showed it's not just the Patriots, it's me.
Yeah, when he first got to the Buccaneers, He made sure to get everybody, all the offensive players' phone numbers, so he can conversate with them. Like, let's work on something. A lot of them weren't used to that, and then clearly, because they won the championship, they realized, oh, we should probably listen to what he's saying.
Yeah. So like Patrick Mahomes is a new Tom Brady.
Yeah, he is, and Travis Kelce's the new Gronkowski, basically. Nice receiver. Staying with sports, the NBA one is back. Woo! That was pretty fast, y'all.
Go Thunder.
Go Thunder. 2-0 so far. I don't know.
As we have 80-something games to play.
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing.
2-0 so far, he says.
Here's the thing. For the Thunder, I really do think I think they can make the playoffs this year. I think we have a good team. I think they have a good team.
How many games they got to win to make it?
As long as whatever the standards be, it fluctuates every year.
Okay.
We just have to hope that we really need them to make the top 6. I don't want them to get into the seventh or to 10th seed because that play-in. No, I need y'all to already be penciled in, just top 6.
So that mean they got to win some damn games.
They do, and
good luck.
And hey, get as many as you can. So forgive me for I know it's 2-0, and they have a game on the 29th, even though this is coming out on the 31st. Hopefully they win that game. They're going against the defending champions.
Oh, the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes and everything like that. But
we will see.
The NBA All-Stars is kind of going back to something old. And I know for
anybody... y'all, so before we get into this,
what's up?
I wanted to tell you guys what Cody had, a conversation we had. It was kind of funny.
Okay,
so we were talking about the Thunder or whatever, and he was talking about them being on TV.
Oh, right? Yes. Oh, and I know where this going.
And Cody had said, bigger cities. Because he basically, we were talking about the Thunder, and I was like, well, maybe they'll be on TV, and he was like, oh, we'll see. He said the Thunder only get on TV when they're winning games. Yeah. Now let me specify so everybody knows where we're at. The Bally Sports Oklahoma is going to show every single Oklahoma game, the Thunder game, I should say, but it's only 2 markets here now. In Oklahoma, yeah. Now, when we're talking about games like the ones on television, we're talking ESPN, ABC, TNT. I think that's the major ones. Even though ESPN and ESPN is the same company, we're talking about the ones who are getting on television and the whole world is watching. Right. There you go. So, okay. The reason how we had even got on the topic is Cody was talking about the jerseys. Yeah. And he was talking about, the city jerseys. And he said some of the cities sucked. Yeah. Right. And I think at the 30s, like 2 of them I like. And I think he had mentioned the Chicago Bulls. Right. And I said, oh, well, they ain't going to be on TV. Because, I mean, granted, y'all, I don't really watch basketball like that, but I'm like, I ain't heard nobody talk about it. Yeah, it's either like the Celtics, the Lakers, so I was like, Mavericks maybe. So I was like, they ain't going to be on TV. And Cody was like, no, babe, they'll be on TV. I said, what you mean? You said only the winning teams be on TV. I know they ain't winning games. He was like, but they're a big city. Yeah, said, like it's the market. So I was like, well, Michael Jordan ain't played with them for years, so why would they be on TV? Since the 90s. Yeah. So, but he said no because it's Chicago, that's a big city. Yeah. They're going to be on the games regardless. And he gave me a great example. He had mentioned New York. Yeah. He said like the Knicks is the Knicks ain't won a championship since the 70s. Yeah, he was like, they ain't won a championship in years. You see them Knicks still on TV. I was like, oh. Phil Jackson? Yes. The basketball coach? He was on that basketball team. The one that won? That won the Knicks. Mind you, he was a coach throughout the whole other years. So just imagine how long it's been since they won a championship. But they will get on, even though they'll have some years that they'll be really good. But it's just the fact that it's the market. The market, LA, even the Clippers. The Clippers has never won a championship, but it's not going to stop them from getting on primetime. Or get their names on the national. It's because it's California. So exactly, because they know people are going to watch. They know it's going to happen. So the Thunder just didn't. It was like a couple years they didn't have a national televised game at all. It was only the ones on Fox Sports or Bally Sports and everything like that. So yeah, funny enough, the Thunder went against the Bulls. I'm sorry, I almost said Thunder again. The Bulls and everything. They won. They won. That's how we 2-0. Yeah, 2. Yeah. Even though that game wasn't nationally televised. So it wasn't televised. But it wasn't televised? It was televised for, like I said, the here. And they have in WGN, I don't know if it's still that, they have their channel. However, they'll eventually, they have to go against maybe Milwaukee. Oh, a bigger team. Yeah. So normally sometimes people need to understand, if you see some team that don't need to be on television,
it's mainly the other team is the reason why.
Oh, not because of you.
Yeah, like even for like say Colorado, Colorado, the second game of the year when they went against Colorado State, Colorado State ain't no fucking game that I would care to have on ESPN, but with Prime and everything, and they just did their thing the week before.
Are all of Colorado State's games being televised this year?
I mean, all of them have, yes.
Okay.
It actually is. I shouldn't really use that as an example because every college football game is televised. However, certain ones
as
you
far
have to
as
pay
the
for.
national recognition.
Yeah, the national recognition.
They were freaking the game day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
College game day and all that. So yeah. But yeah, we sorry, we didn't even get to what I was talking about. Hold on. For All Star this year, East and West are coming back. So it's not a draft like, hey, draft Team LeBron versus Team Giannis or whatever like that. It's literally going to be back to East and West. People are hoping we can get back to
which I'm happy about.
Yes, I am too. Because here's the thing, low key sometimes I'll be feeling bad for the East because the West got people like this year. They got with Luka. Projections because we don't know how the season gonna go, but Luka, LeBron. Who else is over there? Joker.
All to me, all that just means is the niggas on the East Coast need to step up their game.
Yeah.
Sounds to me, y'all need to get in the gym, get to practicing, and then when it comes to All Stars, just how we can say, oh, LeBron, they can be like, oh, they got what's it called?
Yeah.
Then it don't feel like, like it's a blowout.
Right. And they're getting away from basically the last quarter is you're playing a few points. Whether it's going to be
Don't they
straight.
got to get to like 80 something points?
No. They got rid of that. It was before they went to the fourth quarter. First team that scored 24 points because 24 for Kobe. So they got rid of that and they're going back to straight just basketball. We're just hoping the competition comes with it. Because I ain't going to lie. Sometimes I do like watching All-Stars, but I don't really care for the dunks. I want to see if y'all got it.
And actually, I want them to have better performances.
Yeah. Cause,
who are they? The artists to me are always sucky.
Oh, you talking about the people that be picking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they pick them because they're available.
I don't want to see no DJ Khaled, I'm going to be honest. No DJ. No DJ Khaled, please.
I don't know what happened All-Star this year. I think it's Indiana. Artists from Indiana that I know of. I don't think they're going to put Freddie Gibbs on television like that and everything.
No.
Shout out to him. No, I fucks with him. Yo, I think that's about it. Since today, hopefully Miami does win their homecoming on my birthday.
I just checked the score. I ain't going to tell you what it is.
Would I be happy?
No. I just
What?
know what it is. I mean, it's not super bad.
Oh,
It's only 7-0.
Oh.
But they're not winning, though.
Check the OU score since we talked about them. OU versus Kansas. Because Kansas actually looked like they were showing up.
Kansas is beating OU's ass right now.
Oh, well, hold on.
27-32.
What's is it fourth quarter?
Yep.
What's the time?
8 minutes and 12 seconds.
Dang, you got the ball. So we gonna see. Damn, I hope I didn't jinx them.
Yeah, we'll see.
Talk about, hey, I wouldn't mind if they won it, and then all of a sudden they lose that game. That'd be so fucked up. It's Kansas, even though Kansas is 5-2 this year, it's still Kansas. And you know what? Because
But shout out to OU though.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to him. But you know what? I have a platform. I'm gonna say this because even though he don't play for OU no more, them little slide ass comments. If Kansas win that game, I'm gonna let everybody know on the show. I'm not gonna really go to Facebook about it and everything like that. I'm just gonna say this. So Jaden Hazelwood, he was a wide receiver and he was in high school. I think he's from Georgia and he had two schools that he was gonna pick between, OU and Miami. He wound up picking Oklahoma. Not even tripping. I'm not tripping. Go what you think fits best for you. What I had a problem with is that little slide comment talking about I don't want to go to Miami because they losing the teams that good in basketball because Miami lost to Duke the year before.
Okay.
And he was talking about they ain't men and stuff like that.
All right.
So if y'all lose to Kansas, I remember that shit. So we just throwing it out there. Yeah.
Okay.
Just had to get that out there.
I see you.
I just wanted to. But like I still stand by what I said. If OU wins the championship, I'm happy for y'all. I'll even come on this platform and just let everyone know. Congratulations, y'all did y'all thing. Good luck in the SEC. For real, not even joking. For real, good luck to y'all in Texas in the SEC. I think y'all may make it a little bit more fun. Y'all gotta get if y'all can get some defense. Ooh, boo. It could be a chance that OU might be the new Alabama soon. I'm just saying. But thank you guys for the birthday shout outs. Thank you guys for tuning in for real. Because I gotta say it, especially on today. I love you guys. I truly do. Thank you to Karisma to being my guest host this week.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course, of course. You guys have a safe Halloween tonight. Make sure it's gonna be cold, so kiddos, get your candy as quick as you can, because I know your parents definitely.
Be safe. Check your candy.
Actually, if you're a kid, don't be watching this show. And I'm talking to my nephews too. But until next time, y'all.
Bye.